Absolutely. I mean, Graham, you mentioned Celtic needing at least one new wide player, and I'll come to transfers coming in a little minute. But Ryan, you mentioned Daizen Maeda there. I was quite taken by. I know it was the fourth goal. It was late on at the weekend, but his kind of lack of enthusiasm when he scored, and I don't know. Basically, what I'm getting at is, do you guys think he'll still be here on February the 1st? I guess I'm asking you to look into a crystal ball, but what's your gut feeling?
I mean, I think for Daizen Maeda's celebration, I wouldn't look too much into that. I think he had as I say, he missed a sitter before that. I think he had quite a frustrating afternoon in front of goal. I think he was just relieved to finally score, to be honest. So again, I wouldn't really look too much into that. And as for him staying beyond January, I think it's in his best interest to do that, to be honest. You look, Martin Neil let it slip in his press conference last week that he was nearly off to Wolfsburg, but you see that Wolfsburg get battered. I think it was 8-1 by Bayern Munich the weekend. So they're not exactly, if they were to reignite their interest in this window, I don't think they're exactly an attractive proposition at the minute. I know the Bundesliga, it's a bigger league, but at the minute Daizen Maeda's in that is playing, he's scoring maybe every couple of weeks, so he's right in contention for the World Cup with the Japan squad, and I think that's probably the back of his mind at the minute. You won't want, you want to put yourself in the plane to USA, Canada, and Mexico this summer. So for that reason, I don't think he'll move. I think Martin O'Neill is basically hinted as well that he's had discussions with them and he's quietly confident he's going to stay. Obviously, things can change. The transfer window for massive bids is submitted. It could change Celtic's way of thinking, obviously, and also Daizen Maeda's way of thinking as well. So you can never totally rule it out. But my instinct would be that he'll probably stay until the summer.
I mean, with the kind of threadbare nature of Celtic squad at the minute, Graham, and I'm sure they'll bring people in, but you can't lose Daizen Maeda this month, can you? You just can't do it.
No, definitely not. And I do agree with Ryan. I think it was probably the trials and tribulations of the game at Sale on Saturday that got him for the goal, because he's just a half yard off everything this Saturday. He's good for one of these a game right now where he contrives to miss a chance he shouldn't, but at the same time, the level's been not bad the last few months, and it doesn't still feel like the Maeda of old, but it's better than what most would give you in that kind of role. I think the balance, as well, weirdly, like the way Taneki's played, if Celtic could find a proper number 9, it would actually give Celtic a Neil Maloney a decision to make. How is Maeda good enough on current form to play? But as you say, he cannot leave. Like, there's no way that this squad is not strong enough to cope with a player like that leaving. You just have to a gentleman's agreement and then look at it in the summer and see what comes from there, because it's just, there's no way, there's just not enough depth up top. I think when Balikwisha, let's be honest, it's not worked, and I don't think he is going to come back for AFCON as a new man. That's just my personal opinion. I think Taneki's a different case where he'd flashed plenty before he left, but I mean, Maeda's a must stick around for Celtic. It's just even as the number 9, he's not perfect, but he gave Celtic plenty, and he's always in and about, sniffing about for chances. I respect, I know not everyone's hitting the back of the net now, so I think he's still going to be Daizen Maeda for the next few months, an important part of the squad.